Okay, one day in Wetmore Forest, Tumblebee decided to go for a walk. He had many favorite places in the forest where he liked to sit and think and daydream, but today he had a very special place in mind. See if I can get that on there. It was a sunny little glen right on the banks of Silver Tree Creek, with tall grass and a perfect rock for sitting. Tumblebee knew just how to get there. See, there's his little special spot that he's got to hike to. He's thinking about it. First, you took the water taxi across Forktail Creek. That meant you got to say good morning to Smoots and his loyal slog, Bickle. Once across the creek, it was a nice, easy stroll through breezy fields where chitter chat birds sang their cheerful little morning song from high up in the trees. So there he is. Oh, there he is crossing the river with his friends. And there he is continuing on his walk with the birds. From there, he followed the trail down Zigzag Hill. This steep hill could be slow going for most, but not for Tumblebee. He did what he did best, rolled up into a ball and tumbled down the twisting trail. He was almost at his favorite thinking spot. See how he rolls down the hill like that, side to side? That's why they call him Tumblebee, because he tumbles. But when he finally got there, Tumblebee was surprised to see that someone else was already sitting on his special rock. It was a monster that Tumblebee had never seen before, right there in his spot. Tumblebee approached the monster hesitantly. So see this little guy? Oh, how can there we go. Sitting on his favorite rock already. Hello, he said. Go away, the monster said. Tumblebee was confused. He always liked to meet new monsters, didn't everyone? He tried to explain that this was his favorite rock in all of Wetmore Forest, and he was happy to share. He would just sit quietly nearby if that was okay. But the grouchy little monster wasn't having any of it. It's my spot today, he said. You can come back tomorrow. I just want to be left alone. Tumblebee wasn't sure what to do. The little monster seemed angry or sad. Maybe he just needs a snack, Tumblebee thought. He knew that sometimes when he got really hungry, it put him in a grouchy mood. So he ran off in search of a snack and soon returned with an armful of delicious sneeze wheezies. I don't want any. I'm not hungry, said the monster. Or maybe he needed cheering up. Tumblebee snuck away quietly to a nearby field and picked a beautiful wildflower. He brought it to the little monster and presented his small gift, but the monster only scowled. So he's like trying to find a way to cheer him up. So far, nothing's working. Maybe he needs a little laugh, Tumblebee thought. He'd heard that laughter was good for the soul. So he went into a small grove of trees and thought up a funny little song and dance. He came back and performed it for the little monster. Fine, fine, the monster said. You've done your dance. You can go now. So he's trying to be funny. Look at that. Wacky dances. And the monster's still not cheering up at all. Well, Tumblebee was all out of ideas. It seemed like there wasn't anything that he could do to cheer the monster up. He sat by the river's edge, head in hands. Look, the monster said, you seem okay, but I'm afraid you're going to be just like everyone else I've met here. No one wants to be my friend. The fish won't swim with me because they say I'm too slow. The birds don't like my singing, and the beavers are too good for everybody. So I'm just going to be alone. Tumblebee nodded, finally understanding why the monster was so sad. Friends, Tumblebee thought. This little monster needs friends. That would make me grouchy if I had no one to hang out with and play with, for sure. Just then, a little butterfly landed on Tumblebee's nose. This gave him an idea. See that little blue butterfly? He's whispering something to it and letting it fly away. Tumblebee whispered a special message to the butterfly. And look what happened. Oh, here we go. All the butterfly friends came back for this guy. And look at that big smile, too, on him now. And after that day, the little monster was never lonely again. That's the end. What did you guys think about that one? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Yeah.
You want to hold it up? Okay, Jules is going to hold it up for us. This one's called Bugsy
Saves the Day.
Bugsy Saves the Day.
Oh.
Bugsy's a little friend of Tumblebee's. They have a whole group of friends. He's the little one that kind of looks like a bat and he can fly.
Open it more.
Okay, you guys ready for this one? One day in Westmore Forest, Bugsy found Tumblebee, we know him, sitting at the base of a mushberry bush with a terrible tummy ache. When it came to snacking on mushberries, Tumblebee often didn't know when to stop. Bugsy decided he'd better get help. Look at Tumblebee. Oh my gosh. Have you guys ever felt like that after eating too many sweets or something? Maybe on Halloween or something? Like, too much of a good thing.
I felt like, but in the beginning of Tumblebee, when I like come back, I end up like that.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Tumblebee, you stay put, said Bugsy. I'll go get Sapwood Mossbottom. He'll fix you right up. We have a lot of silly names, as you guys can tell, with our characters. Sapwood Mossbottom was the wise elder and healer of Westmore Forest, and Bugsy knew that he would have just the right thing to make Tumblebee's belly better. And look at that cool, oops, how can I get that? I'm not very good at showing, there we go. There, look at his cool house in like the stump of a tree. Doesn't that look neat? And you know, this forest, it's a make-believe place, of course, but it's supposed to take place up here in Washington because that's where Funko's from. So everything is on the Northwest, up where we live. Bugsy told Mossbottom about Tumblebee's tummy troubles. Oh, he does love his mushberries, doesn't he? Said Mossbottom as he stirred a pot on the stove. I shall prepare a special mix of roots and herbs to ease his tummy. It seems that I'm out of the pitterpat root, said Mossbottom. This just won't do. Bugsy, you must fly to Bogwaller Swamp, the only place where pitterpat roots grow, and bring me one for the mix. So see, he's trying to make a little tea potion kind of thing that will help Tumblebee's stomach feel better. He's mixing it up there in that big pot. But Bogwaller Swamp is too far away, and I'm not sure my wings are big and strong enough to fly such a long distance. I'm more of a glider than a flyer. You can do it, Bugsy, said Mossbottom. I believe in you, and Tumblebee is counting on you. Look for the blue flower with 3 petals and pull it up by the root. Then bring it here as fast as your wings can carry you. So that's there's the flower that he's looking for. Oh, I'm always backwards on camera. Here's the flower he's got to go look for. And it only grows in one place. And so off he goes on his journey. There's Sapwood saying goodbye. Okay. Bugsy flew on, thinking to himself, I wish I was more like my dad. He had great big wings, and they say he could fly all the way to Mount Shuckson and back without any trouble at all. Just then, Bugsy noticed dark storm clouds gathering in the sky overhead. He gulped. Bugsy didn't like thunder. When he was small, he used to hide under his mom's wing whenever thunderstorms came. He wanted to hide now, too.
I didn't know.
So there he is. Here's the storm coming.
Can you show him? Boom.
Oh, you got the sound effects? Good, Jules. Oh, look, the big lightnings crash right by Bugsy. And now he's flying quickly into that log to hide. Bugsy always felt safe. Bugsy always felt safest in the hollow of a log or a cozy cave, away from the rain and wind and lightning. He was the littlest of all his monster friends. They always looked out for him and kept him safe. But he knew he couldn't hide from the thunder this time. I've got to get that pitter-pat root. I've got to get it for Tumblebee, he said. There he is hiding in the log, but now he's determined. Look at his face. He's determined to help his friend out. I made it, Bugsy said proudly. Look, there he is flying through the thunderstorm, and he made it to the swamp. Now to find the pitter-pat root and fly it back to Moss Bottom. So here we'll look at this side first. He found, oh, the lighting's hurt. There we go. He found the root and now he's got to pull it up out of the swamp. You did it, Bugsy. I knew you could, said Moss Bottom as he added the root to his boiling pot. I'll add a drop of bimblebee honey to make it taste better. Now the mixture is ready. Soon Tumblebee will be feeling fit as a fiddle. Oh, fit as a fiddle fern shoot. They have a lot of wacky plants in this world. So there he is. He finished his little tea. Going to hopefully make Tumblebee feel better now. In no time at all, Tumblebee was back to his old self again. Good job, Bugsy, his friends cheered. Yep. There's Tumblebee letting out a big burp, just like his own old self. And then here's some of their friends.
Who's saying that?
That was Tumblebee. Oh, that's Jules doing the sound effects. Yes, your little wings saved the day, Moss Bottom said to Bugsy. Your dad would be very proud. Here's the last picture. Look how funny it is. What do you guys see in this picture?
Yes, he would be proud.
Where do you guys see that? That's kind of funny in this picture. Do you guys see Tumblebee over there? He's eating a bunch more berries like he never learned his lesson at all. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was it for that one, guys.